Hey everyone, and welcome to our Sunday edition of Schmoedown Night in Canada. I, as always, am your friendly neighborhood soda, joined as always by my co-host, and it seems like everything I do on this show, Ben Big Fudge Raider. I'm pretty sure it feels the same way for you.
Yeah, I'm not complaining, are you?
I'm not complaining either. It's just you and me probably do the most on this channel.
Yeah, we have a good back and forth, so I appreciate it.
We really do. It's really fun. I'm happy to be here on a Sunday because it's actually been a while since I've been on a Sunday show. It's full disclosure. It's also been a while since I've watched the schmoedown, just because, as with a lot of other people, things are starting to open up where I live. I'm getting busier, and turns out I'm taking on way more than I should. But I'm here. I'm happy to talk schmoedown because, hey, who doesn't love a good schmoedown? And we had a pretty good week of tournament matches. Let's just hop right in it, Ben. So the first one we had this week was the round 2 match of Adam the Coyote Collins versus PG, although I prefer rated PG, Peggy Gubbins. So what did you think of this match? Like, you're going up, you got the winner of last year's tournament versus one of the rookies this year. It was
good. It was pretty one-of-the-mill match. One thing that's becoming a recurring thing whenever hold up isn't there. I wonder if you picked up on that.
Actually, no, I didn't. What like I said, it's been a bit since I've watched schmoedown matches regularly. This is my first week back. So do you want to elaborate on that?
We'll get there when we get to that round, but something happened in round 3 if you notice.
Okay, we'll definitely get to it. Basically, Peggy was the underdog in this match. It's what it was. I felt she had a good chance of winning. It's just you're going up against a beast in Collins. It's a big hill to overcome in your first year. But I think Peggy did a decent job. You could tell there was a few things that you can see by the look on her face where she's like, shit, I should have done that better. Do you think she maybe got under her head a little bit during the game?
A little bit. Although I think she did a good job reeling her back, but there were a few moments when I was like, okay, you got to pick yourself up. I mean, you knock yourself down, you have to pick yourself up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what did you think?
No, like I said, I think she maybe might have gone in her head a little bit, but you know what? She did a good job. As long as you can avoid the TKO, I think you did a good job, and she did.
Yep. Collins had an incredible first year, and in my opinion, he's having a solid, great second year.
Yeah, it's more of a he's kind of has a little bit of sophomore slump, but not as bad as we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But now we're in what you could say is his zone, the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament.
Right.
Like, he's got a title to defend.
Mm-hmm.
He won the Schmoedown tournament last year, remember?
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right,
remember that's where it was like he was in a qualifying match, he wins the tournament, wins the title.
Well, he didn't have a belt now.
When I say the title, I mean the title of the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament winner, not the actual title. No, I'm referring to the Ultimate Schmoedown.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Hey, it's my fault. I should have elaborated on it a little bit better. Yeah. So in the first round, shocker, Adam Collins goes perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have anything written down from?
I mean, he went perfect. So it's 9-6. I mean, there's really nothing to note in round 1 unless you pick there.
No, right? There's really nothing of note for me.
I mean, when you have a perfect round in round 1, there really isn't that much to go over, is there?
Not really, because it was a little different when it was starting to happen, or we were starting to keep track of it. But now it's just like it seems like every week we've got a perfect round.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's pretty run of the mill. really good. I mean,
It's still impressive, but because it happens so frequently, I feel the shine on it's been taken off a little bit. It's not as impressive as it once was.
I wouldn't near say it's impressive, but it's not special. It's not
Yes,
a
that's a
needle
good way
in
to
a,
put it.
it's
It's
not
impressive.
a needle in a haystack
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
What did you think about you with what did you get? Well,
Peggy got so close to getting the slice she wanted on her second spin, but instead of hitting new release, she hit new releases, and
yeah.
yikes! New releases is a tough category.
Yeah, because what constitutes as a new release these days?
So, as my understanding of it, it's anything released in the 18 months prior to match date.
But does that include, I guess that includes streaming too, right?
It probably does now. I haven't really looked into it per se, but it has to because that's where a lot of movies are coming out now.
Right, and what match was it? It might have been the pay-per-view. Matt had a question about Fear Street, and that only on Netflix.
Yeah, that's only on Netflix. It's still relatively new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what
And
did Adam spin on? He got Tom. No, that was a different match. What did Adam spin in the second round?
8 hit. What is 8 hit? I am reading it, and now I can't remember what 8 hit stands for.
Quickly gonna look that up.
That's what I get for
Mute,
reading.
damn you, mute. See, this is where timestamps come in really, really handy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, round 2. He got Harrison Ford. I knew it was an actor.
Right.
Yeah. The only question I missed on this was the first one because I thought Clear Present Danger for some reason came out before Patriot Games.
Okay.
That's the only question I missed in his second round.
And Putin's 22 because he got 17. That's close to perfect, right? I mean,
It's what, 4 questions? That is perfect.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Adam Collins did not miss a question in this match.
No, he didn't because he TK older, but her team pointer in round 3. Oh, they challenged her.
Yes, this is because she said the wrong thing, but before they said whether she got it correct or not, she said, "Shit, I know the answer. It's this," and they took that as their final answer.
What are your thoughts about that?
Personally, I don't. This may sound callous. I personally didn't care because I knew Adam was going to win. Does that make sense? Like it's one of those challenges. Like I understand why you're doing it, but in the end of the day, it's not going to change the match.
Right, but they have that a recurring thing every week. Whenever Hall of is there, there's always seems to be a challenge like that.
So this is what you're referring to.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to.
Okay.
And if I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter for this particular match, but I don't know. Well,
again, because like I said, it's been a bit. I took a little break from the schmoedown, but no, I personally don't think it really matters whether Harloff is there or not. I personally think it's just coincidence.
okay.
But
mm-hmm.
But I mean, we still have Mark on the table,
Right.
and so I think even if Harloff's not there, we're still going to get a good call.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, and it wasn't controversial because he was right in all of his reasons for giving why they gave her the point.
Right.
You have that 1 second grace period window. She clearly knew it. She changed her mind in that 1 second or whatever. I didn't time it, but still, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you said, he came over.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad for him.
No. Well, wait. Did you say he TKO'd her?
Yeah, didn't he? Oh wait, no, he can't. No.
No, he did not TKO her because she made him answer. She made him answer a question.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But he still won, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in the end, Collins did win. But as long as I said earlier, as long as you're able to make your opponent answer a question to the third round, you did good.
Right. Now TKO, man, that can mess you up.
Yeah, that TKO is a tricky thing, especially now that you lose a point.
Yeah. How many points do you lose if you didn't get KO?
2, I believe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and so on to the second match of the tournament, we had the Barbarian versus Alonso Duralde. This is another one where the result wasn't really in doubt for me. And I realized something after watching Alonso play today is he clearly knows his stuff. Like, obviously he is an authority figure on Christmas movies. He's a well-renowned reviewer, all that jazz. But this game made me realize just because you know a lot about movies doesn't mean you know them at the right time.
Right.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this match?
I thought it was a good match, but it was another one where, like I said, you need to know the right answer at the right time. And some of these I was surprised that Alonso missed. Especially
Well,
his oh god, what was it in the third round? It was a 2-point steal? Or no, not in the third round. What am I saying? It was in round 2. The 2-point steal.
right.
Basically, he had the movie. It's just he had the arrangement of the words wrong.
Yeah, that got me sneezed.
That was a tough one.
Yeah. You have to feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But
But now
yeah.
my thing is, like, I can't remember the last time I saw Alonso win. Like, I know he won the first round, but when is the last time he'd won?
I I he ever won a match? Mine is the first round.
His
Has he
singles
ever?
record is 0-2.
Well, okay.
He's never won a singles match.
And I hate to sound callous. Has he ever won a teams match?
He's 3-5 in teams.
Okay.
Do you think Alonso Duralde is somebody who's going to get picked up next year?
If everything you're hearing happens and a team only gets, I think the limit is 5 players. No.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think. I don't know if he comes back. Well, not that I don't know if he comes. I don't think he comes back because I don't think anyone's going to pick him up.
I
He's
mean,
someone. I think he's someone. I think he would do gangbusters in the FCL. If I'm being honest.
I was about to say that. I think if anything, you'll get. Do you get picked up in the FCL or do you just play? No.
You just play. You got drafted into the league, unlike getting drafted um, into a faction. You're just getting drafted into the league.
Okay, so if he wants to, he'll play for the FCL. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe his heart isn't in it. Is that possible?
It's possible. Like, I mean, obviously we can't speak for him, but this is just what we're guessing. I mean, it is highly possible.
Yeah, I think he's having fun this year or whenever he does play. But it takes a lot, as we see.
Yeah, and I mean, if
And
you're gonna draft him, he's a team. I would keep him as a team player.
who would you team him back? If you were drafting him, would you team him back up with home now? Who is he with? Is he with home?
He was with Atchity, the Paddington
Atchity.
2, I believe.
Would you team him back up with Ashley?
No, well, no, I don't. I think Atchity's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know what the future holds for Alonso Duralde. Like he is clearly a knowledgeable man, but like I said, you got to know you have that knowledge at the right time.
And I got one to focus on. You gotta know when to hold them and know when to hold them.
Yeah, know when to walk away know when to run. You better count your money when you're sitting at the table, because they're not enough. I can't remember the rest of the words off the top of my head.
Yeah.
The gambler, yeah,
All you
the
need to
gambler,
know is you got to know when to hold them and when
yeah.
to hold them.
And
That's
then you
all.
know when to fold them, know when to run. You better count your money when you're sitting at the table, because they'll be. I can't remember the rest of that lyric. It's gonna bug me now.
You're
Gambler
looking it
lyrics.
up, aren't you?
Sorry?
You're looking it up, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Because it's one of those songs where it's like I know the words when I'm singing to the song, but then if I try to think about it when the song's on there, it's like yeah. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Kenny Loggins?
Close. Kenny Rogers.
Uh,
Kenny Loggins is
I,
Footloose.
I mean, cool. Alright, do you want to go round by round or?
Yeah, let's just quickly go round by round. What do you have there, Ben?
I have round one, Mommy Win at 7, Alondra at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Round two, what's it? Alondra top 8. What is Mommy Win? I forgot about Mommy Win. When he got, it was 50 to 11 by the end of round two. Round three, Mama has 15 and Alonso has 14. Mama wins.
All right. It was. There's really not much to say about this match. Like, it was a standard barbarian match, is what it was.
I mean, and I think that's what all these matches this week come down to. They were fun, they were entertaining, but they were all standard.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll get them even in this last match.
Yeah, and so you're going to be taking the lead on that one.
When did the kid mayor with his homie yeah. One, I know I'm taking the lead, but do you have any thoughts on this one at all?
Other than it was nice to see Jacoby get a chance to play live. Because I like Jacoby. I don't know if you ever had the chance to talk to him.
Not yet, but
He's
not yet.
a good dude. So he's one of those ones I'm happy he's getting that shot to play live. But you're going against a team's champ and a veteran of the game who just somehow keeps getting better.
Yeah, I mean, well, you say somehow. Look at his partner. Don't you think Jim is trailing him day after day, night after night?
Yeah, I could see Bibbs being OCD about it. Yes. Yeah.
No, you haven't made an entrance like that. Yeah. Do they have the belt right now? I forget.
Oh yeah, they're the champs. Yeah, because remember Snyder retired.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to break your heart on that.
Yeah, he was so good.
Yeah, I think we'll see him back.
Oh, you do?
I think we'll see him back. He's too competitive. He's just in a place right now where he can't do it. He doesn't have time for the show now, which I understand.
Yeah, me too.
So I
say all this and I totally get why he stepped away.
Yeah. And if he doesn't come back to play, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back to, to a live event to watch and they interview him from the crowd, like, legend of the game.
Yeah,
but
God, that would be fun.
I'm saying this now. He should get the Yodi next year.
Ooh.
If Roca doesn't retire this year, like we're all speculating he might, that Yodi award should go to Snyder.
If Roca does retire, he said there's a possibility. We're not making this up, right?
No, we're not making this up. It's a strong possibility. I've been hearing some rumblings. Now, I'm probably going to be wrong because that's just the way the world works with me. But you know, I'm just
I
so
mean,
that's just my 2 cents. If that doesn't happen with Roca, which I pray it doesn't, Snyder should be the one to get it next year.
agreed.
Yeah.
So round one champion.
Oh, actually, Brian brought this up because then Draco stepped down as well. I think the Yodi should go. The Yodi should be for the Odd Couple. What do you think about that? They did it with the Shire Wolves, and both
Yeah,
of them
I
are
like
returning on their
that.
own.
Give it to the uncle.
Yeah, I
Wait
like
a
that.
minute. No, I mean, I agree, but the champion is bigger than the outcome. Because don't forget the Patriots.
Yeah, and I personally think, oh yeah,
You, you can't do, hey, if you're honoring the champ, you have to honor all his time, and God, the Patriots were excellent.
yeah, that's true because it's not like the Shire Wolves were a lot like the Shire Wolves was Rachel and Clark's legacy. Yeah,
Right.
but hey, anything. It's the thing. Anything can happen, right?
Anything impossible.
Yeah.
Anything. Round one happened. Brandon got the 7 and Meg Crawford. Oh, they both got the 7.
So it was a tight match going into round 2. They both missed a question.
Yeah. Round 2 happens. I forget who goes first. But Brandon gets Thrillers. And Jacoby got the Spanish choice. And then got Robert Rodriguez. And Jacoby pulled it out. He got 17 and Meyer got 13. But then he happens and Kent had a hell of a comeback. He ended up 23 and Jacoby ended up 19. What are your thoughts about that?
That is like a 4-point deficit. It's not impossible to come back from, but when you're playing somebody like Brendan Meyer, it definitely is a big hill to climb.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jacoby got the Spanish choice, so that might have helped him out a lot in round 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that round 3 can come back and back you in the ass if you're not
100%. 100%.
And then, do you think we see him back next season?
Jacoby? Oh, yeah. I think the rookies we've seen this year and actually have had success, we're going to see them back next year. So we're going to see Peggy. We're definitely going to see Paige, no matter the outcome of her match against Bateman. We're going to probably more likely see Jacoby. We're definitely going to see Harper because he's probably still going to be champ by that point. Goal leader is still going to be around. Like the Griffin Newman, he's going to still be there. Like, because we're going to be seeing more and more of the older players, not the older players, but the players who've been the veterans. They're going to start stepping down soon, or maybe wanting to take a lighter schedule. So we're going to need these rookies to step up. So I think we're going to see more of these rookies we saw this year than you'd think.
I wonder if we'll get more rookies next year. I highly doubt it, but you never know.
Never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, what are the 3 matches? I mean, is there anything else you want to go over?
Not really, because this was a tournament, but there was really nothing. Everything went as expected. There was really no surprises or what have you. Really, the match for that we covered on Friday, and I noticed something. Taco point was it Taco? I believe it was Taco that pointed it out to me. I don't remember if it was on air or off. We had the same question twice, just inverse wording this week.
It was on.
It was on the show, wasn't it?
It was on. I mean, I remember hearing that.
Yeah. Okay. Because it was, and I saw it this morning when I watched the match. Which in Wrestlers in Film, which professional wrestler played Super Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and then in the title match, Kevin Nash played which character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and it's like, okay.
I can't remember which match it was. And I wish Neil Logan was in the chat to help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
But that had happened before. I can't
remember. I can't remember the match, and I know I've seen it happen a few times.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments when that happens where it just makes me giggle. because I mean, there's nothing wrong with the question, either question. So it's yes, the answer may be the same, but they're two different questions. So it works perfect. It's just funny to see it happen in the same week.
You know what? You know what it tells me? It tells me somebody in the writer's room has been watching the hell out of that particular movie and really is having fun with it.
Oh, of course. I mean, I would
Yeah.
have hopefully assume they're having fun writing these questions.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Brian. It wasn't the Barbarian Duralde match because it was the wrestlers in film one, which I, of course, aced.
Oh, that's what WIF means. Resolution film.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I like have WIF, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Wrestlers in film.
Yeah.
Which is a good category because there are a lot of wrestlers that have acted in movies. Like, not all of them are like The Rock or John Cena now. But I mean, like Terry Funk, who is a well-respected professional wrestler, has been wrestling for 60 years. He was in Roadhouse. He helped choreograph Over the Top. You've got
Suburban Commando.
Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker and Suburban Commando. You've got George the Animal Steel, who was had a major part in Ed Wood. So yeah, I mean, it's wrestlers in film is actually a pretty big category when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, as a wrestling fan, I'm curious. I don't know if I ever act a wrestling
That's right.
fan.
The great Colleen Gets Smart, and also in MacGruber, you had Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, all those guys. Yes. Sorry, what was your question?
What did you think of the movie The Wrestler? As a wrestling fan.
Okay, so I've only seen it once because not that I didn't enjoy it or anything. It's just it's one of those movies that it emotionally drained me. So I tend to stay away from watching those frequently. First off, it was really good. I like how they actually brought in real professional wrestlers like Ernest the Cat Miller and Necro Butcher and stuff like that. But actually, my favorite thing was listening to the wrestlers themselves react to that movie, because a lot of them have that's their life. And there's a lot of people who spend most of their time on the internet says that movie is incredibly accurate.
Really?
Incredibly accurate for what the environment is like. And there are a lot of older wrestlers who are in the same boat as Randy the Ram was in that movie, because there's a lot of wrestlers back in the day that made a lot of money, like more than they can count. But unfortunately, they had at that time, which you don't get with wrestlers nowadays, thank God, there was a massive amount of excess, so they all blew their money.
Wow.
So there's a lot of older wrestlers that come back when they shouldn't be wrestling and are still wrestling because one, they can't really let it go, and B, because they need the money and they know they got the name to get the money. So yeah, but that's just my 2 cents on it. Like, because I'm not in the wrestling business. This is what I'm listening to and what I'm observing. But from what I hear, it's the most accurate wrestling movie out there. Unlike Ready to Rumble.
I watched it. I did enjoy it.
I did too. It's in the same category as like a 12 Years a Slave for me, a Schindler's List for me, where they're really good movies, but I don't know if I can emotionally make it through another viewing. Well, Schindler's List, I've done a second viewing, but you know what I mean, right? Like, they're not movies that I can watch all the time, because it feels so real. And like, just listening to all the stories, it's just like, dear Jesus.
I did enjoy seeing all the behind the scenes stuff in that movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's this. I'm the type of wrestling fan where that's the type of environment I would like to be in. Like, I'm not saying I want to be a wrestler or whatever, but I want to be in that environment so I can soak up as much of it as possible. That's where I am as a wrestling fan. I want it in my bones, you know?
I think it was in that movie that I realized, okay, how much of this is real and how much of it is pre-planned, so to speak.
Well, here's the way to look at it. It's the only difference between a big Hollywood fight and a pro wrestling matches with a wrestling match. Yeah, one take. Like, the only thing they pre-plan is they choreograph what they're going to do in the match. Unless you're, been around a long time, you're really good, you can actually call it in the ring. That's the only part that's quote unquote fake. Like, I mean, like all the bumps are legit. That's 2x8 and steel girders under there. Like that's legit. Sometimes things can happen. You'll actually hit your opponent. That's legit. The injuries are legit. So really the only thing that's quote unquote fake is you choreograph the match, and then occasionally they'll use weapons too that aren't gimmicked.
Well, and the winner is predetermined.
Oh yeah, of course. The winner is predetermined. Yeah, the winner is predetermined, but everything that happens between bell to bell, like that's the pain's real, folks.
No, I know them. I know them pain is real. I just meant.
No, I know what you meant. It's just when you actually listen to the discourse with people who aren't exactly quote unquote fans, it's like they use the word fake, but it's like I feel sometimes I gotta clarify that. Like really the only thing fake about it is yes, it's choreographed, but everything else is legit. Yeah.
All right, now, real quick, who do you think going to win next week? Page or Bateman?
Head says Bateman, heart says Page. Does that make sense? I want Page. I really, really, really want Page to succeed in the league. I really do.
Is that a pay-per-view or is that a
That is, if you just give me one moment. Live TV, folks, isn't it grand?
We're doing it live.
No, that's just the 2 p.m. match.
Oh,
we do not have a pay-per-view next week.
Thank God I get to talk about it then. All right.
Yeah. All right. So is there anything else you want to touch on this week's matches? Because like I said, they were all good matches, but there was just nothing for me out of the ordinary.
Real quick. I know I should have said access earlier. Are we doing the spoilers from last Friday night or no?
Nah.
Okay. All right. All right, Ben. I'm good. Matt,
all right, so where can everybody... Oh, I'm gonna... Okay, you're gonna ask me? I'll ask you first. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me at my Twitter at Matt_Rainer. You can also find me everywhere. Recapping the past, shooting the breeze, getting ready, and what else? Mountain schmoedown.
Yeah.
Here's a fun note. What yesterday's Mountain schmoedown? We had Lower County on. That was a real fun time. And last week we had Kate Mulligan on. What a snap. That was a great time too.
Yeah, for sure. The great Paige is always a great. Why am I still on Paige? Kate's always a great talk to. I've only had the pleasure to talk to her on screen once, but she was a doll. And while it's been well documented on this space, more primarily on Jay Wade's shows, how I feel about Laura Kelly. I have a crush. Just kidding, but not really. But also, she's one of those people that you could I could see being friends with, having a beer, And to be honest, that's one of the beauty things I love about the schmoedown. They're all like us.
Yes.
Right? They're all like us in one form or another, and it's the best community you could be in. This, even if you have the people who are jerks, but overall, it's the most. Well, let me ask you, do you find this to be the most welcoming community of all your interests? I 100% do. And yeah.
Might be the only community I'm in, but yes.
That's true. Like for me, I bet some of my best friends through this now. Like obviously I've got my best friends here, but I mean, I met you through this. I met Lou, I met Dave, I met 50, I met Dan, I met Taco, I met John, Ryan, Jay Wade. I've met a lot of good people I can consider good friends through this, and I'm so happy for that.
Yeah, and I feel the same way.
Yeah. And one day we'll all meet in person. One day we'll all meet in person. Really, the only thing that's preventing me is one, money, but two, the vaccine that I got is not FDA approved in the States yet. I got AstraZeneca.
Ooh.
That's the only one of the big ones I think that hasn't been approved or
Yeah,
tested or something like that. But
interesting.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah. So myself, you can find me on my personal Instagram and Twitter at soda_the_saxman. You can also find me on pretty much every goddamn show on this channel. Yeah, I've got really nothing else coming up tonight. Last night we did our bounty hunter tier list, which was a lot of fun because pretty much Taco was the only one who knew anything. And so it was a learning education. That's actually one of the things I like about the Star Wars show is I learn a lot. Yeah, and I agree, Ryan. I do think he needs to step it up because if he doesn't do well with Riley, I think that's it for Alonso Duralde in the main roster.
Here's a question nobody's asking, and I'll ask it. Do you think Riley is coming back next year?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm in that mode.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all the other videos that are on this channel. This upcoming week, on the 22nd, look out for the all-night taco stand. Taco is switching shifts, so he's going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. We're going to have some guests pop on in there. I'll be on there at the beginning. I know Ben will be on there at the beginning. Pop in, keep him company, keep him from falling asleep because he needs to stay awake for 24 hours before he goes and does the night shift. So check that out. It's going to definitely be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm going to check in before I go to work in the morning, see how well Taco's doing. But on behalf of myself and Ben, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next week on Schmoedown Night in Canada, folks. Stay sweaty.
Bye.